We're talking about our man Chris Breezy.
Breezy.
Yeah, Chris Brown started his weekend thinking that it was all good.
Thought he was going to hoop.
Yeah.
That's
If
my
anybody
guy.
that follows Chris Brown knows he loves to play basketball, and he's actually really good at it,
he's
too.
really good.
And he was asked to be a part of the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game that took place on Friday, I want to say, in Indianapolis. And and then he's thinking like, all right, I'm gonna go hoop, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna do what the celebrities do, this, that, and the other. But there's a certain chips brand, Ruffles.
Ruffles have ridges.
Yes, they do, and
let's cancel Ruffles.
And because that's what Breezy's fans were really after once they found this out.
Yep.
So Chris Brown speaks out after he was told that he couldn't play in the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game, and Chris Brown posted, "I was asked by the NBA to play in the All-Star Game this year, only for them to call later and say they couldn't do it because of their sponsors like Ruffles. At this point, I'm sick of people bothering me, and I'm tired of living in the bleep past." And he posted the emails, and then it's funny because Ruffles released a statement.
Oh, they did.
Yes, they released a statement. So no, this was theirs. No, they didn't clap back. They were kind of running and trying to find cover because it's a Ruffles sponsored last night's NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. However, we did not have any involvement in nor visibility to any player decisions or celebrity invite discussions.
They lying.
They lying because I mean, let's be real. I mean, it happens all the time. They'll say, different organizations that may be having an event or something like that. They'll say, the client will say, we can't have so and so because they have previous gun charges or whatever.
They lie.
Or that person's image doesn't fit what we're trying to do. They do it all. I mean, organizations do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Companies do it all the time.
And
So,
it ain't the NBA that doing it because the NBA's had him involved in other things. Since he was 17, he's played in the he's played in the game before since then.
And and here's the thing: if I'm putting together the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game, I'm in charge of this. I think I'm going to try to get the biggest celebrities I can.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, let me see if I could get this C-list guy to come in. And so you go out for Chris Brown, and then all of a sudden he can't play because of what?
Something that happened when he was 17.
Yeah.
And that let's not throw, any type of lightness on that. What happened when he was 17 with Rihanna was egregious, and he was domestic violence. It's always egregious. But he's 33 now.
Yeah.
That was 16 years ago.
Right.
He has served his penance. He has done his stuff to make himself better. Even though he's had incidents since then, but it's like,
yeah,
okay.
but he ain't perfect. But
it's perfect.
Yeah.
But he was still a teenager.
A teenager.
Right.
He was a teenager when this happened.
And then I mean, there's all sorts of innuendo and accusations about what actually happened. So whatever it was, it's over with. So the question is, how long do you make somebody pay for something like that? When clearly Rihanna has moved on with her life. She done had 2 babies.
Listen.
And became a billionaire. She wasn't a billionaire then.
She don't care.
But you have to also look at that. That elevated her status too.
Yes.
And let's be real.
Right or wrong.
Since that has happened, Chris Brown has played in the celebrity game with Rihanna sitting on the sidelines.
Yes.
And they've had a conversation.
Like, they cool, as far as we know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there, says what's up to her, whatever, at the All-Star game. So for the Ruffles to say, oh, it wasn't us, it was basically saying it was the NBA. Then who was it? Because y'all the only new ones in there.
Exactly.
So it must have been y'all.
Yeah.
So, Bailey, you were asking about the clapback. Well, after this all went down, after that statement, Chris Brown did clap back.
Yeah,
he said, I guess y'all trying to save face now. Stand on business. Don't try to make it look like I'm tripping. You and the NBA representatives know exactly what y'all are doing. And he went on to say, I have no reason to lie. Y'all know I don't chase clout. That's one thing you can't say.
You can't say. He
doesn't chase clout. The only reason they responded is because of all the Team Breezy fans flooding their timeline.
Exactly.
He said, stop bleeping playing with me.
Learn.
See how fake this is? Cowards. Y'all know doggone well I ain't lying because I never be on this type of time.
They gonna learn.
Yeah, they gonna learn.
That's what that means. You gonna learn today.
Yeah.
And what it is they gonna learn the power of these youth and what they do and how rabid they are over their fans, whether it be Nicki Minaj, whether it be Taylor Swift, whether it be Beyonce, whether it be Ice Spice, whoever the person is, these artists, Kanye even, these artists have so much control over their fan base that if their fan base decides they are going to go after Ruffles and start posting negative things about Ruffles all over the internet and make Ruffles be uncool. To eat Ruffles, it's going to affect their bottom line.
But also look at the people that advertise Ruffles. You got LeBron. You got all of these, because I actually like that commercial when Charles is trying to figure out which flavor to get.
So
and he's like, you like cheese, old man.
Right.
They obviously are after black dollars.
Hello.
Right. So you have the biggest star.
You got
R&B.
Jason Tatum. You have LeBron. You have, and they promoting these hot chips and barbecue chips. And when's the last time you've seen a white person promote something outside of Doritos?
See?
Exactly.
Absolutely. And so if I was Ruffles, that just shows you again the power of DI and how Ruffles obviously has no one black in a leadership position. Because if they did have someone black in a leadership position, that black person would have stepped in and said, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
You want Chris Brown to be out at your Ruffles thing, standing next to your Ruffles signatures and your Ruffles sign.
Right.
Have a
You want that.
across the church. You want that.
You want that. Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what I'm going to wait for? Because if you look at the thousands and thousands of comments, your chips ain't good in no way.
Yep.
They ain't hot enough. All this and that. You need to throw in some hot. You look at them comments. I'm waiting for Chris Brown's Ruffles commercial.
Oh, if they're gonna have to give him a lot of money,
and he gonna be on there smiling with that chip
and dancing,
dancing. He'll probably have a basketball in his hand too.
They're gonna have to flip it in a way because they have to flip it in a way to be like even Chris Brown likes our Ruffles or something. But you can't do that to these artists nowadays because they control so much of the market.
Yeah,
and you all and nobody wants, and Chris Brown being a singer and an entertainer like he is, his demographic is young girls and young people in general, and those are the people that all of these marketers are going after.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going after old people.
Nope. The old people shacking them with the chips. Whoever else got the chip commercials for Ruffles. That ain't gonna fly now.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna fly. You might have been, getting a couple of the young people just cause, but now. Oh, baby, no.
Well, I'll tell you one of the coolest things that ever happened to Chris Brown. I mean, this is what made me a fan. And what made me a fan was Chris Brown had a yard sale. This was like right before the pandemic at his crib.
Right.
At his crib out in California. And his neighbors, they were so upset because they were like, why did this fool give his address out?
Yeah.
And so you had a line around the corner and trying to get some of his items. And he was just giving stuff. Well, he was just selling stuff about $10. And this was stuff that he had worn on tour, like jackets and shoes and everything. And I almost got in line because I was like, Chris Brown looked like he around my size. And then the funniest part about this story, one of the people that got one of his jackets found a little extra something in there.
Oh,
they found some weed or something in there?
Yeah, no, some. They found like a big bag.
He probably put that in.
And then when they interviewed him and he found out, he went online and was like, oops. He said, I guess you got the bonus package then, huh?
I was looking for that.
Like, or, man, I forgot I even had that. Truth Nation, keep it locked right here. We'll continue the conversation on the other side of the break. 833-212-1017. You can get involved. We want to hear from you, as well as you can stream and watch us live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth. And make sure you subscribe once you get to our YouTube page. Keep it locked right here. You listen to Truth Be Told with DT&Telly.
It is Truth Be Told with DT&Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.